This is a trick with a borrowed ring. I'll hold on to it here. Actually, I'll place it into this fist so you can see everything more openly. Do not look away. You can see the ring there. 3, 2, 1. The ring completely vanishes. It's not under my wristbands or my watch. I don't even have any sleeves. It's not even in my pockets. But listen close and don't look away. You'll actually hear this before I start to take it out. Look, in my back pocket, I have a Coke can. And inside that Coke can, it sounds like there's something. But it's not actually inside the can. It's actually locked to the can itself. Your borrowed ring is firmly locked to the ring pull of that Coke can. You can see it on there. It is the exact same ring that vanished, and it's stuck to the Coke can, locked. If you want to learn how this trick works and how you can do it yourself at home, then just keep watching the video. The very first thing I have is this little keychain reel, which I've picked up off Amazon for a couple of bucks, and I've prepared it in a way in which I've wrapped a piece of rubber band around the end here between the stopper, and that way it's silent. And the other thing I've done is I've bought a little keychain magnet from Amazon as well, and I've literally just linked that on to the end of the keychain. Again, this is just a couple of bucks off Amazon. The thing you need to prepare is the Coke can. Okay, so this is the Coke can without the ring pull on it, and it looks completely normal. It looks like there's nothing to find. But upon closer inspection, you may notice right here, I've just sellotaped them. They're coming a bit loose after the performance, but I've just sellotaped 2 little disc magnets inside there, okay? So I've just taken 2 little disc magnets and sellotaped them right in the middle. But to be honest with you, it looks like a normal Coke can because normal Coke cans do have a centerpiece of metal that attaches to the ring pull. So you can give this a really good examination by your audience. It genuinely looks like a normal Coke can, but these are 2 magnets. And the reason we have these 2 magnets is because I have a third magnet, and this is a tiny disc magnet. The links for these are in the description below, but I have that attached to a ring pull, okay? So this is the very ring pull that came off the can, and I've just super glued this disc magnet to this one. So it will literally just link on like this. But even under close inspection, this is a super close-up lens, it really looks like nothing is different about this can or the ring pull. The very last bit of prep I've done is I've taken little wire snippers. These are actually Warhammer model cutters, and I've literally just put a tiny cut all the way through the ring pull just like this, and you can see it's barely visible upon close inspection, but that sits on the ring pull as so. And now we can start getting ready to perform. Okay, so first of all, I've tucked my t-shirt in so you can get a clear view of everything that's happening. But the first thing I'm going to do is take this reel and I'm going to attach it to the back of my belt right over here. Okay, so I'll take it and attach it to the belt just like this. But you'll notice I do it in the middle of my trousers, not over here. Okay, so the reel's there. Next, I need the can, and I'll place it into my back pocket just like this. But it's important that I place it all the way down as deep as it will go because you don't want the reel hitting it going past. So I push it right down flush and I twist it so that the back plate here is outwards. Okay, so the mouth of the can is more towards me and the back plate is outwards. And now I'm ready to perform. Obviously I need to untuck my t-shirt, but essentially I can now release my reel and it shouldn't hit the can, okay? So the reel will not hit the can. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take the magnet on the reel and I'm going to attach my gimmicked ring pull to the magnet, alright? And I'm going to keep that in my hand casually, like mostly all other ring flight routines. So I can just literally hold on to it. You don't want to pinch it by this because it might come off the magnet. So if I just hold it here, see how the tension makes it fall off. So I attach it just like that, and I literally just hold it in my palm and I apply pressure to the magnet. Now I can borrow a finger ring And as I have the ring, I'm just going to start to sort of examine it and pretend that I'm looking for markings, maybe some engravings. And inside my hand, I'm literally just going to attach it onto the ring pull, okay? But that's going to happen behind my fingers. So sort of in real time, I say, this is a really nice finger ring. Does it have any engravings? Do I see anything on there? And as I do that, I've literally locked it onto the ring pull, and I can begin to get my hand into the get ready position like this. Okay, the exposed view is that everything is here, and you'll notice that the wire for the reel runs in line with my arm. So there's the wire. It runs in line with my arm and is pretty well hidden. Okay. So again, I take the ring. Everything's ready in my right hand. I say, this is a beautiful ring, or what sentimental value does it have? Do you see any engravings on it? As they're describing it to me, I link it on, and now I can open up my hand carefully, making sure to not release the reel. So what's going to happen now is you're going to allow this to vanish, but in a silent manner. And the way I do that is I say, I'm going to take this ring in my right hand. And as I do, I'm going to slip it off my finger into my fist with everything. And then as like an afterthought, I say, actually, let me place it into my left hand. And I bring my left hand forward. And that just gives me the small amount of misdirection to bring my hand back and just let everything go. Okay? But at speed, and with that can down far enough, it'll be silent, especially with your t-shirt unbuckled or any like jackets on. It'll cause disruption to the reel and it will silence it. Okay, so here I am. I say, this is a beautiful ring. Keep an eye on your ring. I'm going to keep the ring over here. In fact, I'm going to place it into my left hand. And what I'm doing is I release everything, so it's gone. Okay, so I release everything as I bring this left hand forward. So I come from here. I do this big action. Everybody focus on my left hand. The ring will fly back, and then I'm just going to pretend to place it in my hand. And there's nothing there, I'm just pretending. And the nice subtlety is to kick your fingers, okay? So I just go boom, it goes into my left hand. Now I can make it vanish ultra cleanly. And this trick is good enough on its own. If you had your own ring and it was a duplicate, you can make it appear anywhere. But since it's borrowed, you need to bring it back. This is how it works. I literally, and this feels like it's a long time, but in reality, it looks like you're sort of reaching through your pockets. What's going to happen is, record scratch. I just want to say, if you enjoy this content and you want to see even more of my magic creations, then hit that subscribe button because there's a dope back catalogue to explore, and every single week I post brand new tutorials, so ping the notification bell whilst you're at it to see when the next video drops. Let's get back to the tutorial. Peace. I'm going to reach behind my back and I'm going to feel for the ring pull on the magnet like this, and I'm just going to unclip it. Okay, it takes literally half a second. And then I can feel where the magnet is, so I can feel that little disc magnet on my fingertip, and I can drop it onto the can. And now all I need to do is bring this out in front of me. So that may feel like a long time, but the reality is it's very, very quick. And you don't have to be exact because the magnet will find the other magnet for you, okay? So in real speed, it looks like this. I reach back, there it is, it's locked on. All I do is bring this out, and just for drama's sake, I bring it out so they can see the bottom, and let them think there's something inside. And now I build it up slowly and begin to turn it around. Now the only thing that matters here is the slit on the ring pull, even though it's very hard to see even close up, but I just maneuver the ring so that it lays on that slit. So there you can see the cut, but naturally the ring will fall and cover that position. And now I can show everything just like this. So they can look at this really well. You can show it all around. You get some beautiful displays. It's a really interesting object. But of course they're going to need their ring back. And this is the beauty of this trick. You have to destroy it so they can get their ring back. So I put on some acting. I literally wind the ring tab back and forth lots and lots of times like you really would. Okay, and I pretend I get my arms shake as I snap it off. That just looks like the Coke can. And because there's nothing else to find, you can just throw this away because it's only a couple of disc magnets. So you can just crush this, throw it away. And now you have this gimmicked thing, which only has a disc magnet on it. But again, I pretend to go back and forth, back and forth. And now I can unbreak it. Now I can break it open. This is real. This is organic. This is a real tear in the ring pull, so it doesn't matter because you're not hiding that tear anymore. and now you can hand this back. If you really want to, you could have a regular ring pull in your pocket without a magnet. You can switch out at any point, or you can just take this and just drop it into the can and throw it in the trash, because the beauty is the only gimmick to this is just some tiny magnets, and they're so cheap that they're disposable. So you could, if you were doing this for a TV show or walk around gig and it was an important performance, you can literally just finish, put the ring pull in the can and discard it, because it really is just trash. It's not like you're throwing away a reel or any expensive gimmicks, and that's the beauty of this trick. And at that point, they keep their ring and you have a miracle.